Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Library TV. I'm your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is The Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And as you can see, we are brown bagging it. Brown bag. Obviously, the other day we had an interesting situation where I almost bet my career on the line and would have lost. That felt bad. And today we go Pinot Noir. I'm excited about Pinots, as most people are. And let's just get right into it because, I think I putzed around a little bit yesterday and cost me the victory. First of all, let me just say, this is one pretty color. It just kind of reminds me of like High C, like good old High C. Remember how delicious High C was, Mom? Remember when you got the packet and poured it? And just the best. Were you High C guy?
Hawaiian Punch.
Hawaiian Punch. One of the greatest drinks of all time. So delicious. Is the sugar on that like insane? It has to be so delicious. Yeah, if that. Are they allowed like 5% swing? Truth. Anyway, Pinots, very hot after Sideways, really coming on. Great little color for Pinot. You can always tell a little bit lighter. Gamay, Nebbiolo tend to get lighter, but Pinot is really unmistakable. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Cute little nose here. Get some really interesting like sour cherry cranberry things. And a little bit of creaminess, but it's also backed up. And you see the creamy cranberry play quite a bit on like Santa Rita Hill, California Pinots. But on the back end of this one, there's almost a bubble gum, like a Bazooka Joe action on the back end, like the powder of Bazooka Joe, which is interesting, just on the tail end of the nose. Let's give it a whirl. Very rustic. That bubblegum kind of cotton candy flavor accentuates and extends into the mouthfeel and flavor profile of this wine, which I like. Good long finish. Very dry. Very dry. Minerality pops on the back end of this wine. Really fresh. Very clean. The front end attack is kind of intriguing. It's kind of like charcoaly, bacony, bubblegummy, but it's kind of rustic. It's got some old world characteristics in like a new world body. Something to keep in mind. Let's move on. Interesting wine. I liked it. I didn't love it, to be honest. Wine number 2. Pinot. Rinse. The last wine's got me kind of intrigued. A little sniffy sniff. Stinky stink, McGee. Little moss, little dirt, little truck driver, armpit. Just very, yeah. This is stinctified. You can't mess or miss the manure, soily, rugged, kind of like, farmer sweat that's going into this nose, which is fine. Little fruit, but quite a little bit. This is really dominated by the sheep butt, stinkified, farm kind of thing going on. Let's give it a whirl. Very dry and rustic, quite smooth. But then kind of falls off the cliff a little bit. The flavor profile is kind of weak. Ooh, it's not a good show. I don't like either of these Pinots. They're classic. They're solid. But, they both have the intention of being deeper and more complex than they are. I find them slightly disappointing. And I'm not happy about it. It's tough to say the winner. This slightly wins at 85 points. This is 83 points. I did predict this was a $40 bottle of wine, even though it's 83 bucks. 83 points. And it is a Sancerre Rouge. Very interesting. From 2006. And this wine comes from Andre Nouveau. It's $20 US. I did not like it. Little hollow, little awkward. Sancerre is not a category really known for their Pinots, though they make it. We much more are appreciative of them for their Sauvignon Blancs. This did not do it for me. 84 points. On the bright side, I did think it was a $40 wine. I felt like it was a French kind of, Bourgogne that didn't do it. So 20 bones, it doesn't appall me, but as you can see, I wasn't that much of a fan of it. What I scored, 83 points, 84 points? 82. It was just, it's one of those. This guy, keep going back and forth, I'm more like 85 plus now. Go ahead, Matt. Yeah, let's go 85 plus on this. Just not feeling it either. I think it's a little more New World in its approach. I did guess this was $35. I also guessed that it was 88 points Stephen Cantor for this year. Bourgogne. Bourgogne, Domaine Parent, 2006 Bourgogne, 19 bones, 86 points Meadows, so I kind of agree with him. So the bright side is this. This was unrated and from, bright side is I'm happy with my palate. Neither one of these wines were over 90 points or higher or accolade. Both are well priced. I love Kay Murph picking the blind wine. She's much more trying to trick me than Ian, so I like that. I didn't like them. I gave both low scores, and you know what? I was kind of right. I'm actually quite happy about myself right now. Little Barry Horowitz. Though I did think this had a prayer of being New World. Though I can see it. This, Anyway, just not into these wines at all. A little bit of this. Not necessarily. At least they're not 40 bones. And I did think that they were both going to be disappointing in that price range. Question of the day on this beautiful midweek. What is this, hump day? What do they call, what do they call Wednesday, Thursday? What are we on, Thursday? Yeah, we're Thursday. So this is Thursday, actually, Mott, so be careful. So Wednesday was hump day yesterday. What plans do you have for this weekend? Is my, I'm a little bit of a yenta, a little nosy. You, a little bit of me, changing the wine world, whether they like it or not.